Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in this afternoon. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Downs Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. Here to bring you some high school boys lacrosse action between the hosting Brookline High Warriors and the visiting Weymouth High Wildcats. We're going to be getting underway soon here. It's going to be a little more difficult for me than usual, providing you with the quality play-by-play that I usually pride myself on. Brookline did not have a roster to give me, so I do not know the names of the players. I do not know their jersey numbers, so I'm going to be trying my best with what little information I have. I do have the Weymouth roster, so I'll be able to get those names correctly, but to all my viewers out there, if you know the name of a player, you know their jersey number, please feel free to let me know in the live chat. You will be doing me a huge favor, believe me. Nice, lovely day for lacrosse. A few clouds in the sky, but the only thing they'll be providing is a nice bit of shade here and there. Some light breezes coming by here and there, but for the most part, just a nice sunny day. Temperature in the 60s. Good day for any spring sport, lacrosse included. The Brookline boys lacrosse team coming off a tough overtime loss to Milton 4 days ago. 7-6 the score on that one. So, the Warriors will be looking for some better results today. Once again, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan coming to you live from Downs Field as the players take the field here. Once again, I do not have a roster for Brookline, so unfortunately I cannot give you the names and jersey numbers. I can call out the jersey numbers, but I can't match them to a name. I'm going to try my best to give you the best coverage I can, and once again, to all those watching, if you know names and jersey numbers, if you know any of the names of the players and what number they correspond to, please let me know in the chat so that I can give you better coverage of this game. Looks like preparing for the opening face-off will be Brookline's number 23 and Weymouth's number 22. I do have the Weymouth roster, and for them, number 22 is Michael Ritz. Standing over on one wing over here on the near side, we have Brookline's number 15. Captain for today, I believe I heard his first name is Oscar. And for Weymouth, that is number 11, Nicholas Intravea. Over on the far side, it seems like Brookline's got number 19, while Weymouth has number 29, Ronan Healy. The officials getting ready for the opening face-off here. Two face-off players in the middle there, and here we go. Scrum is won by Weymouth, scooped up by number 22. He runs for it, takes a shot, and he misses wide. That was Michael Ritz who won the opening face-off and got Weymouth on the attack. They stay on the attack after the missed shot. Passing it along the boundary here. The pass goes back to number 11. Swung over, juggled, and then recovered by number 36. Weymouth has lost the ball now, and Brookline takes over after the turnover. Brookline running with it now. This is number 15 carrying the ball across midfield into the attack zone. He's being manned up by number 29 of Weymouth. Throws it down to 4 along the back line. Number 4 now battling for the ball with Weymouth's number 23, and it's lost out of bounds. Looks like Brookline will retain possession here. Number 15 carrying it once again for Brookline. Starts to go along the back. Going one-on-one with 29, trying to juke him out. Now he gets doubled, tries to pass away from it, hits traffic, it gets deflected right back to 15. Now being harassed by number 29, lost the ball for a second but recovered it. Swings the ball over to number 4, who passes it back out to 22. He swings it over to 23. He carries it along the right side, starting to find a lane and decides to pass it back. Swung back over to number 4. Sent back up top to 22. Brookline looking for their opening. 22 takes a shot and it skips past the net wide. Goes out of bounds, but Brookline's number 11 was the nearest player, so the Warriors maintain possession here. Number 11 passes over to number 12. 12 has it taken away by the Weymouth defense, and now the Wildcats take over. Number 23 now with the ball, battling along the side with number 4. A long pass, skips past one player, but is recovered by another. That is number 8 on Weymouth's side. Couple passes, now deep in the Brookline end. They've got a player around the back. And it looks like Brookline has taken it away again. This is Brookline's number 16. Carrying it for the Warriors. Thought about taking a shot, but got harassed by the defense. Now he escapes from the defense again, tries to send a pass, and it's deflected in. Assuming that call stands, that's going to be, wait, what is there, a timeout? I'm not quite sure what happened there. Number 16 took the ball on the turnover. Ran it across the field by himself. Managed to spin away from his defender and tried to swing a pass over to one of his teammates. I couldn't quite see the jersey number, but it looked like in the battle for the pass, the ball got deflected into the net. I don't see anything on the scoreboard. Not entirely sure if it's on. If that goal counts, it's 1-0 Brookline, but I'm not sure if it did. We seem to have a timeout called by Brookline. So, plenty of confusion early on in this game. But either way, a nice attack chance from Brookline. I guess we'll see as we come out of the timeout what they decided to call that one. And it looks like it's going to be Brookline ball, so it looks like they're going to call that no goal. And once again, it'll be number 15. Starting with it, he passes it over to number 2, juggles it but recovers. Carrying it along the back end, hits a defender, moves around him, but still being followed, and he swings a pass over to 23, who then sends it back to 11. 11 surveys and swings it over to 15. 15 holding it, starts to charge, Tries to fake out one defender, fires a shot, and it goes high and out of bounds. Looks like Brookline will retain it. Number 23 passes the ball over to 12. 12 fighting one-on-one against Weymouth's 26. He swings a bounce pass over to 22. 22 moves it over to 4. 4 sends it back to 22. 22 trying to fake out his defender. Defender staying with him nicely, but he gets around, shoots, and scores! That's going to be the first goal of the game, no doubt there. Brookline's number 22 gets the Warriors on the board 1-0. Just got the little bit of separation he needed to fire off a nice shot. A one-hop into the net. Gets it past the Weymouth goalie number 2. And now we are back to the face-off circle. 1-0 Brookline here in the first. Got a bit of a scrum for it. 23 seems to have pole position, and he had it for a second. Got knocked away, and now a couple of fights for it. Taken for a second by Brookline's long stick, number 19. And the scrum for it continues. Ultimately, it's lost out of bounds. And it goes to Weymouth. Number 22 gets around one defender, starts to run with it past midfield. Still moving with it. He ultimately sends it down low over to 20, who swings it along the back. Now it's passed back out. Sent up top to 11. 11 surveys. Sends a long pass over to 20. 20's got an opening, and he shoots and scores! Good find by number 11 of Weymouth as he finds number 20 on the long pass. Just one man to beat, and he had the angle on him. Easily got around him, and then it was just him and the netminder. And the Wildcats' number 20 ties it up easily. 1-1 the score here at Downs Field. The Warriors won, the Wildcats won. Back to the face-off circle. Both pushing for it. Number 36 of Weymouth knocks it away. Now a bit of a loose ball here. Both teams trying to pick it up, and it's ultimately won by Weymouth. Number 12 sends a pass over. Now it's sent back to 36. 36 swings it over to 19. 19 passes it down low to number 20, the goal scorer of last possession. He swings it along the back. And now a pass for a cutting 36. He barely manages to catch it and somehow gets that away over to 20. And a pass, they had the opening there, but they miss off the bounce. The attempt to keep it inbounds is unsuccessful, but it looks like Weymouth will keep the ball anyway. Wildcats with the ball. I believe this is number 19 who passes it over to 18. 18 carrying it along the right side. Pass it down low to 20. Sends it along the back. Running with it. Passes it back out to 36. 36 fires and scores. A long bounce shot gets past the Brookline goalie, number 88. And Weymouth takes the 2-1 lead. So 2-1, the Wildcats lead over the Warriors. And now back to the face-off circle. Brookline's had some struggles here. They're just pushing with it. Still just pushing with it. It's finally loose, and a scrum for the ball is won again by Weymouth. But then the Weymouth player gets double-teamed, loses the ball for a second, still fighting for it, still bouncing, ultimately picked up by number 23. Brookline's 23 runs with it. He gets the stick knocked out of his hand and loses the ball. And it looks like Weymouth is going to take over on the turnover. A nice move there by the Wildcat defense as the pass goes ahead to 16. 16 running with it. Swings it over to 8, who then passes it over to 11, 11 sends it down to 20. 20 breaks for it, decides against it, and sends it back behind the net. Swung back around, sent back up top to number 8. Sent over to 11. 11 starting to go up against his defender. Well defended, but he gets the edge, shoots, and it looks like that one's going to be in as well. A nice shot by number 11, who had the nice assist on Weymouth's first goal, and the Wildcats now take a 3-1 lead over the home team Warriors. Again, just that tiny bit of separation around the defender. Brookline's number 7 seemed like he had him manned up, but 11 just got the edge and just managed to fit that ball into the corner there. The faceoff won quickly this time by Weymouth's number 22. Runs with it, shoots wide. Lost out of bounds. Weymouth maintains possession. Coming out of the back. Pass is sent back to 36. Up top to number 9. Over to 22. 22 takes a step. Gets around but slips. Loose ball now. And it's picked up by Weymouth's number 20. We've got a whistle. It looks like Weymouth has lost the ball. Maybe a small foul call there. But either way, Warriors now with the ball for the first time in a good while. Weymouth leading 3-1. Number 15 running with it for Brookline. He gets it across midfield. Jukes around one defender, gets hit from behind and loses the ball. Loose ball though, and there's a battle for it. Almost picked up by 15, but ultimately picked up by the goalie. He sends the pass ahead to 26, who collects it and runs with it. Gets it across midfield, being pursued by 22 on Brookline's side. Sends a pass over to number 20. Number 20 directing traffic, sends it over to number 21 along the back. Number 21 comes around, passes it over to, I believe, number 8. Sends it all the way back to 22 near midfield. 22 starts to move with it. Charges around one defender, takes a jumping shot. Save by number 88 on Brookline's side. Went for a low shot, maybe was hoping for a favorable bounce, but deflected nicely by the Brookline netminder. And now after a couple passes, it's the goalie running with it all the way to midfield. He's still running with it. And we got a whistle now, and as the ball was lost, and my mistake on the jersey number for Brookline, that wasn't 88, that was 99, and it seems like we had a timeout called. It's a little hard to tell. Again, the scoreboard not operational here. So hard to tell if that was the end of the first quarter or if that was just another timeout. Again, I do apologize for the lack of information surrounding this game. I usually like to be able to give you guys more than what I'm giving you right now, but like I said, no roster from Brookline for this game. It seems like I'm not sure, but they had no roster to give me, and the scoreboard does not seem to be functioning. I do know the score is Weymouth 3, Brookline 1, so I can at least give you that. And I'm going to try my best with what I have. Looks like they're coming back on the same sides, so I'm assuming that was just another timeout. Looks like Brookline will have the possession out of the timeout. It's thrown back to number 15 up top. Number 15, the captain, running with it against Weymouth's number 23, trying to gain the edge. Starts to get around him, but now being harassed along the sideline. Still holds on to it. Sends it back out to number 12. Number 12 running with it. Looks like we got a delayed penalty as number 12 gets around his man. Standing behind the net. Throws it over to 23. 23 sends it over to 22. 22 sends it back out to 15. 15 trying to fake out his defender. Pulls a spin. Gets around. Takes a shot. Saved by number 2 on Weymouth's side. But now the delayed penalty comes into action. It looks like the call is going to be against number 23. So Brookline will be playing with the man-up advantage here after the penalty on Weymouth's number 23. Number 15 had a nice shot coming across the slot there, but nicely saved by Weymouth's number 2. Now it's number 22 up top. He had the first goal of the game, I believe, for Brookline as they send passes along, looking for an opening. Swung back to 22, sent over to 15. 15 sends it over to 4. 4 sends it back out to 15. Over to 22. 22 fakes, tries to go around his defender, hits a wall, and passes it back out to 11. 11, working with it, decides to pass it out to, I believe that's number 12, who then comes around and sends it back up top to 15. 15 surveying, passes over to 4, no opening there. Back up top to 15. Brookline moving very cautiously with it as it's passed over to 12 and now over to 23. 23 coming around with it. Passed over, and now a cut towards the net. The shot is blocked. That was number 22 on the attempt. Loose ball being fought for, scooped up by Brookline's number 23. Sends the pass behind the net over to 11. 11 now working his way around. Pass over to 4. 4 decides against the shot. Tries a dangerous pass into traffic. It's deflected, but then recovered by 12. 12 retreats. Decides to take a low shot, and it's in! A nice sweeping shot by number 12. It seemed like he didn't have the opening there, but got the nice low angle on that shot and got a nice bounce off the goalie's stick into the net. Score now, Weymouth 3, Brookline 2. We return back to the face-off circle. Brookline able to take advantage of the penalty and get on the board. Well, get another point on the board as now we fight for the face-off. It gets loose, and it's picked up by 23 on Weymouth's side. Passes it deep down. Now a quick pass to 12, and his shot well defended by 99. Weymouth worked fast on that one, and there was one man to beat there, and that man was the goalie, and he did his job. Good save there. Brookline's number 15 coming out of the back now. Passes it over. That's number 16 being chased by number 21 from Weymouth. He sends it all the way back to the goalie, number 99. He moves around the back, surveys, is pursued by a couple of players, loses the ball for a sec, but picks it back up with that big net, and now has it knocked away, but we're going to get a whistle. And it looks like they're going to give the ball to Weymouth. So good chance for the Wildcats here after the aggressive defense gets them back the ball. Number 19 passes it along the back. I believe that's 21, who sends it back out to 22. 22 swings it over to 21. Sends it out back. Swung back over. Sent back out, I believe that's 19, who now sends it over to 22. 22 starting to run with it, trying to get around his man. He gets around one man, gets a pass off to 21, who shoots and scores. A nice find by Weymouth's number 22. He got around one man, another came over to help. And then a nice pass over to 21, who then only had one man to beat, and that was the goalie. And he did beat him. Weymouth 4. Brookline 2 here in the first quarter. Now back to the face-off. And again, it is won by Weymouth. Scooped up by number 29, it looks like. Weymouth has had a lot of success in the face-off circle, and it's served them well on the scoreboard. Now working around the back, I believe that's 21. Taking his time. Ultimately sends the pass out to 9, who sends it to the middle to 16. Swings it over to the right, over to 8. Sends it down to number 10. 10. Sends it back around the back. And coming out of the back was 21. But we got a whistle, and it looks like Weymouth has turned it over. Brookline now running with it. Who else but number 15 running with it? Gets it across midfield. Brookline now on the attack. Goes all the way behind the Weymouth net, and then sends a pass back out. I believe that's number 12 running with it. Number 12, of course, scored the team's second goal. He passes it over to 22, who I believe scored the first goal. Over to 4, now back out to 22. Passed over to 11, back to 22. Surveying, decides to pass over to 4. 4 sends it to the back to 23. 23 running with it. Decides to send it back out to 22. Then swing over to 11, and then 12. They're running out of time on the possession clock. They're going to have to take a shot. They try the shot. It's blocked. That was number 12 on the attempt. Well defended. Brookline just ran out of time there. And it looks like that's going to be a whistle for the first period. The score right now, the Weymouth Wildcats 4, the Brookline Warriors 2. It is the end of the first quarter. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan live here at Downs Field in Brookline, Massachusetts, and I'll be back after a short mute break. Stay tuned. And I'm back here at Downs Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, giving you live coverage of this high school boys lacrosse game between the hosting Brookline High Warriors and the visiting Weymouth High Wildcats. The two teams switching sides after the end of the first quarter. Weymouth currently leading Brookline 4-2. Two teams getting ready in the face-off circle. Brookline's number 23, Weymouth's number 22. The battle is on, and it's won by Brookline. Their first face-off won in some time. And number 23 being harassed by Weymouth's 22, and he takes the ball right away from him. So a quick turnover. The pass goes over to Weymouth's number 11, now aimed at 26 and lost out of bounds, and Brookline takes the ball right back. So both teams struggling early in the transition game. And it'll be Brookline's number 15 running with it. He swings it to the back to number 11. Runs around with it, gives it over to number 12. 12 running along the right side. He runs along the back, still surveying, still looking. Still looking. Starts to move around his defender, but well defended by Weymouth. Pass it back to number 7. Number 7 running with it. Running all the way over to the left side. Gets around a couple of defenders. Still running with it, but doesn't have much of an angle. Now he's behind the net. Still running with it by himself. Fakes out one defender. Still running. Makes a quick cut for the net, but gets swarmed by defenders and has the ball taken away. Ball's now loose, and we've got a whistle. And it looks like the ball is going to stay with Brookline after that one. Number 22 now with the ball for Brookline. Gets around number 17. Pulls up. Tries a pass, and the pass is lost. Was going for a simple dump off over to 15 right next to him. But the miscommunication results in a turnover. Long pass goes over to Weymouth's 24. He gets around his man and across midfield, swings it over to 21. 21 sends it down low to 12. Shot turned away either by a defender or by the goalie. Either way, nicely defended by Brookline. And after the ball goes out of bounds, Weymouth maintains possession. This is number 21. He sends it out to 22. Swung over to 8. Sent over to number 9. Pass goes down low. Sent over to 21, still behind the net. Now sent out. A one-on-one battle shot scored. That was number 22 on Weymouth's side. He was backing down against the Brookline defender. Went for a quick spin and shot. And I don't think the goalie was ready for that one as it gets into the net. And Weymouth now leads 5-2. Looks like they've now got a small scoreboard. I'm not sure if folks can see it on the stream. That shows the score is 5-2. Battle in the face-off circle won again by Weymouth. They've been well in control of the face-offs so far today. Number 22 has been doing an effective job there. Passes over to number 9. Now pass it over to 36. Now sent down to the corner to number 20, who passes it to 21. Now passed over number 8. Up top to 36. Sent over to 9 on the right. Sent down low, I believe that's 20 again. Slowly moving, goes around a pick from number 12. Passes it over to 36, who juggles it a bit but recovers. Back out to 9. Now running with it is number 8. Takes a shot. Nice save by 99. Recovered on the rebound by Weymouth. They send a pass back out to 36. Shot, and this one goes in. A nice save by the Brookline goalie on that first shot. But then Weymouth did well on the loose ball, recovered the rebound, and then a nice pass from behind the net goes to number 36 for the score. Weymouth now leads Brookline 6-2 here in the second quarter. Back to the face-off circle we go. It's moved away, and this time it's taken by Brookline. Picked up by number 3. He sends the long pass over. That's number 4 with it. He sends it behind the net to number 11. 11 running with it, trying to get around his defender. Well defended, and a desperation pass skips away from number 12 and is lost out of bounds. Rough turnover for the Warriors there as the pass goes to the goalie, number 2. Keep passing along. And now a guy faked right out of his shoes as they keep moving, pass it ahead to 19. He swings it over to 36, who scored the most recent goal. Passed over to 21. Sent down. A pass, a shot. Nice save by 99. Rebound recovered by the shooter, number 12. And now he gets the shot and it goes in. Again, the strong efforts by the Brookline goalie, giving his team some extra chances, but Weymouth just too good fighting for the loose balls, as they now take a 7-2 lead over Brookline. Face off in the middle is won quickly by Weymouth, and 22 picks it up, hits a defender, sends a low hopper that's picked up by 99. A long heave is intercepted by Weymouth. That's number 13, who gets around a defender, still running with it. Sends a deep pass, overshoots his man, and it's caught by 99. 99 sends a pass to... I think that pass was intended for Brookline's number 14, but completely miscommunicated as 14 was running upfield, and so another sloppy turnover for Brookline, and Weymouth takes over possession. Number 11 with the ball. Pass to 16, back to 11. 11 sends a pass down low. It's juggled. Battle for the loose ball. Number 20 forces away to pick it up, but it's knocked away again. Another loose ball, this time almost picked up. Weymouth having trouble picking it up. Everybody having trouble picking it up. It keeps being pushed upfield, and ultimately Brookline touches it last. It'll be taken by Weymouth. Weymouth now moving back on the attack, taking their time. Number 11 passing it over to number 22, who sends the pass over to number 10. Behind the net to number 20. He's had a couple nice plays so far. Trying to come around the back. He gets doubled. Bounces off, starts to move again, fakes out one guy but loses the ball. It gets lost out back, picked up by number 12. Number 12 pushes his way through a couple defenders, shoots off the crossbar, and it looks like we're going to have a delayed penalty against Brookline. Number 16 passes to 11. Shot is saved by 99, but that penalty is going to go against Brookline. You can see Weymouth using their physicality to fight through the Brookline defenders and get the better shots on net, forcing the Brookline defense to act in more and more desperation. And the results can be read on the scoreboard. Weymouth 7, Brookline 2 here in the second quarter of play. This will be number 22 starting with the ball for Weymouth. Two sends the pass down low to 20. Swings it over and then passed back out to 11, then to 36. Swung over to 22. Pass down low. Quick pass and a nice shot, but saved by 99. And we got a whistle blown. I'll tell you, Brookline's number 99 has been facing the gauntlet in net, and he's done a pretty good job as he makes a very sloppy error there and is now being swarmed by the defense. And he tries to get rid of it. His pass is deflected and it's stolen away. They got a clear path. Shot saved by 99. Recovered by number 14 of Brookline behind the net, as 99 accounts for his own mistake and Brookline tries to fight their way out of the opposing zone. This is number 15. He's been very good at carrying the ball in the transition game, as he gets around a couple of guys, still running with it. He keeps running with it. Now facing some pushback along the back end. And now it looks like Brookline made an illegal move or something on offense, and so Weymouth will take over. Number 11 trying to get through in the transition game. Brookline swarming them. He recovers and swings it over to 22. 22 sends a pass over to 21. 21 goes for the shot and scores. That goal from number 21 on Weymouth's side makes the score Weymouth 8, Brookline 2. Just a blown coverage on that one. Weymouth operating too fast for the Brookline defenders. And so the Wildcats now lead the home team Warriors 8-2 in the second quarter. Number 23 wins the faceoff for Brookline, and he gets sandwiched between a couple of players. We got a delayed penalty, but Brookline maintains possession, so they got a free possession here. Number 16 just running with it, trying to force his way through, runs into the defense. Now he's being pushed along the back, skips a pass over to his teammate, who almost loses it, picked up again by 16. And now we've got a whistle. And so now the delayed penalty will take effect. Brookline scored one of their goals on the man up back in the first quarter. And they're going to be hoping for similar luck here. They need a spark down 8-2. Now they get started with it. I believe that is 15, sending it out the back to 4. Swung over to 12 on the right side. Sends it back out to 11. Up top to 22. Swung over to 15. 15 starts charged with it. Shoots! He hit the side of the net. No goal. Had a bit of an opening there, just not accurate enough. Now Weymouth running with it. The long pass over to 26. 26 battling against Brookline 16. He swings the pass over to number 9. Number 9 runs around one defender, being harassed by 16 from behind. Ultimately passes it over to 20. 20 sends it back out to 9. Number 9 looking for it. He sends a pass over to, I believe that's 23. Running with it along the back. Passes it over to 20. Sent over to 19. Up top to number 9. Swings it over to, I believe that's 33 actually on the wing, and then sent behind the net once again. That's 20 coming out of the back. Goes for a shot, misses, and deflected. No goal, they say. Looked like number 7 was trying to deflect the missed shot, but no goal. Weymouth still leads Brookline 8-2. And now Brookline with possession. This is number 15 running with it. Sends a pass over to 12 along the corner. He passes it over to number 4 behind the net. Swung back over to 12. Sent over to number 15 on the wing. Sent back up top. I believe that's 22, who then passes it back over to 15. 15 looking like he might run with it. Fakes out one defender. A slight edge shot, no good. And it looks like number 15 might be hurt. We got a player down. Play is still going, even with a player down on the field. Weymouth is running with it, and finally we got a whistle blown for the injury. That was number 15, who, after his shot was defended, kind of doubled over a bit. He's walking off on his own power. Seems like he might just be banged up a bit. Certainly hoping he's okay. I heard from the coach before the game that after how physical things got in the Milton game, number 15 was lucky to still be up and walking. I'm sure a bit of that was just comedic embellishment, but clearly the wear and tear got to him a bit there, and he steps off the field as now Weymouth moves on the attack. Number 18 with the ball. Passes it to the back corner. Over to number 20, who brings it along the center back. Goes around one defender, being pursued by another. Ultimately decides to send it back to 21. 21 tries to come out of the back, hits traffic, sends a pass back out to 19. Shot goes wide. Might have been slightly turned away by 99. Quick pass, quick shot. And they miss. They hit the side of the net. And it'll be scooped up by the Brookline netminder. Bounce pass over to 16. He gets around one defender and starts to run with it. Gets across midfield. Still running with it. Fakes a pass. Still moving with it. Loses the ball. And it's picked up by Weymouth. Turnover there, and the pass skips past one player, but is scooped up by 21. The pass to 20 is lost out of bounds. And that's going to be a turnover for Weymouth. So a couple of quick turnovers here. Once again, Weymouth 8, Brookline 2 here in the second quarter at Downs Field in Brookline. And the Warriors now have the ball. This is number 16. Tries to send a long pass. It's deflected out of bounds, but it's deflected off a Weymouth player, so Brookline should maintain possession. Looks like it'll be Brookline's number 4 taking it in from out of bounds. Sends the pass over to 22. 22 gets around one defender, starts to run with it, takes a shot, it's blocked. And now a battle for the loose ball. Still a loose ball, still a bit of a scrum for it. And it's won again by Weymouth. Number 24 sends a long pass that skips past a couple players. Scooped up for a second by Brookline's number 9, but then lost and picked up by number 17 on Weymouth's side. Swings it over to 21. 21 retreats and passes it back to 22, who's now taken his time to survey before making his move. He's got Brookline's number 3 on him, and he loses the ball, recovers, sends a long shot that is turned away, and I do believe that's going to be halftime. So at the half, the score, the Weymouth Wildcats 8, the Brookline Warriors 2. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan live here at Downs Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. And I'll be back with the second half of this game after a mute break. So stay tuned. And I'm back here at Downs Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, and I'm here bringing you live coverage of this high school boys lacrosse game between the hosting Brookline High Warriors and the visiting Weymouth High Wildcats. Unfortunately, I was not able to get any more roster information over the course of the half, so I still only have jersey numbers to give, but I'm still going to give the best coverage I can as we get ready to resume the action here in the third quarter. The score, the Weymouth Wildcats 8, the Brookline Warriors 2. Two teams had a fairly close fight in the first quarter as Weymouth came out of that quarter leading 4-2, but then the defense clamped down and blanked Brookline in the second frame as they pulled away, outscoring the Warriors 4-0 in that second quarter. We get underway here in the third quarter, and Brookline wins the opening face-off. It is number 23 moving his way around the defender. He gets pushed over by Weymouth's number 22, and he loses the ball. So again, Weymouth showing the physicality there. Number 22 runs with it, pushes away around one defender, and passes it ahead. Looks like this is 21 working with it. Passes over to 11. Over to 36, and now a quick pass over to 20. Turns around, shoots, and looks like that's going to be our first goal of the second half. Number 20 has had a few nice plays, both scoring and assisting. And on that one, he was just left alone behind the defense. Quick spin, shot, and score. 9-2, now the Weymouth lead. And now we're back to the face-off circle. And it looks like it's going to be won again by Brookline. Brookline's number 23 seems to be finding his form. He's won the past few face-offs. The struggle is maintaining possession afterwards as he passes it over to 15. Number 15 carrying the ball along the back corner. Slowly moving his way around. Telling his teammates to move and someone get open. Since the long pass over, it's then passed back to number 7. Number 7 cuts along the right side, passes it back to 15 along the back. Number 15 running with it, fakes out one defender, stops, and nowhere to go. He fakes out his defender again, comes around, hits traffic, trying to fight his way through, can't do it, and has it taken away. Number 9 takes it away for Weymouth. A long pass ahead, I believe that's 21. As they pass it further ahead, another quick pass to number 20, he shoots, and it looks like that one goes in again. Weymouth's number 20 off to a good start with 2 quick goals here in the third quarter. That is Michael Stevenson, who makes the score 10-2 in favor of Weymouth. And you can really see the difference in the ball movement capabilities between these two teams. Brookline, a lot of possessions where a player will try and do it on his own, and Weymouth, a lot of quick passes that give them some good openings to the net. This face-off is ultimately scooped up by Brookline's number 22. Brookline had a lot of struggles on face-offs in the first half, but they're off to a really good start in the face-offs here, just not as great on the scoreboard. Pass goes back to number 3, swung over to 23. Looking and decides to run along the right sideline. Sends the pass behind the net. Goes to, I believe that was 11. Passed back to 23. Number 23 surveys. Sends the pass back to 11. 11 running with it. Passes it over to 4. Swings it over to 3. 3 misses it, and is this going to be a turnover? It looks like there's going to be a whistle, and they are, in fact, going to give the ball to Weymouth. Brookline's number 9 was battling Weymouth's number 21, and ultimately the whistle gives the ball back to Weymouth. Pass goes over to number 8. Now passed over to the corner to number 20, who has both of Weymouth's goals this quarter. Swung along the back end and sent back up top to number 8. Weymouth surveying. Swung over to number 19. He starts to run with it. No openings, and he swings it over to 8. Now sent down low, trying to push through. The defense comes through for Brookline, and it's taken away. Number 3 with the ball. He's being pursued by 18. He gets pushed to the sideline. And I think Brookline just called a timeout. So nice timing on the timeout there, as it looked like Brookline was about to lose possession deep in their own territory there. The score here in the third quarter, the Weymouth Wildcats 10, the Brookline Warriors 2. Brookline has not scored since the first quarter. And in watching this game, you can see why. Weymouth just bringing a superior level of physicality, able to push through the defenders. And when that happens, then more defenders need to come over and help. It creates openings for some quick passes and gives them openings to the net. And on top of that, it allows them to fight a little harder for those loose balls. And those two categories of ball movement and fighting for loose balls are two areas that have been critical for the success of the Weymouth Wildcats here this afternoon. And of course, the results show ultimately on the scoreboard. Weymouth 10, Brookline 2 here in the third quarter. And so coming out of the timeout, it'll still be Brookline's ball, as again they smartly called the timeout so they wouldn't lose possession. And they give it to their best transition man, number 15. One of the few bright spots for Brookline so far today, number 15 has worked very well in the transition game as a defender falls down, and so he starts to move, gets doubled up and has to retreat. He swings it over to number 22, and the Brookline offense is in motion again. It's nice to see number 15 back in the game. He got a little shaken up in the second quarter, but he's back in it, and the Brookline offense is back in action as number 12 gets pushed almost out of bounds, but he stays with it, battling against number 26, still running with it, still looking for an opening, still pushing. Tries to spin around. He just keeps getting pushed and ultimately sends a desperate shot that is easily saved by number 2. He was just running out of time there, as Weymouth's number 23 now runs with it. Swings a quick pass over to 33. 33 sends a skipping shot that is saved by number 99. Loose ball picked up by Weymouth. They try and send a shot, but it's blocked. The loose ball is picked up by 23, but he's being swarmed. And now he's got to run. He's being chased as he tries to get in transition into the attack. He manages to outspeed him and get the delayed penalty. Nice move there by 23 as he passes it to 12, who now swings it behind the net to 11. 11 trying to come out the back. He passes it back up top to 23. 23 swings it over to 22. Now over to 4. Number 4 working along the left corner. Starts to move along the back behind the net. Swings the pass over to 12. 12 passes over to 11. 11 running in retreat. He swings the pass over to 15. 15 starts to charge, gets around one defender, takes a shot off the bar. Loose ball picked up by 22, but it looks like they're going to stop the clock as they're going to stop the play as I think 15 kind of bulldozed Weymouth's number 16 from behind. We'll see what the call is here because there was a delayed penalty against Weymouth. Number 15 had a nice shot and just some bad luck as it bounced off the post. But now, after the stoppage in play, Brookline maintains possession after it seems the delayed penalty is being enforced. Pass goes to 11, who then passes it over to 12. Sent out back to number 4, who then sends it over to the wing to 15. Passes up top to 22. 22 decides against it and passes over to 11. 11 running along the right side. Swung over to 12 and then out back to, I believe that's 23. 23 running with a man in pursuit. Nice bit of isolation by number 4 as he sends the pass over to 15. 15 starting to charge with it. Fakes one way, tries to go the other, nothing there. Passes to 22. 22 decides against the shot as well and sends the pass to nobody. He might have been going for number 12, but missed. And with the turnover, Weymouth now takes over. Weymouth now running with it, trying to get out of their own zone. This is number 9. Being pursued by number 12, and he manages to get around him. Now being attacked by another, and the ball gets knocked away. Now it's being chased. Ball is picked up by Weymouth's number 13. And it looks like Weymouth has lost the ball. So Brookline working that forecheck to get possession back after the tough turnover. Number 23 sends it up top to number 15. Then passed over to number 11. Who then passes it back to 15. Swung over to 23. Still looking for it. 23 decides to try going the other way, pursued by number 13. He sends the pass and misses number 15, and it's a loose ball now. Bit of a scrum for it, but the whistle's going to give the ball to Weymouth. So a couple turnovers back and forth, but now Weymouth is in the attack zone here. A quick pass, a shot, misses. Ball is lost out of bounds, and it looks like Brookline's going to take over. So quick turnovers back and forth from both teams here. And now running with it, Brookline's number 9. Gets past a couple of guys and gets it across midfield. Sends the long pass over to number 12. Number 12 operating in the far corner. Sends a pass out, misses his man. And the loose ball is pushed ahead by Weymouth and being chased down, pushed away by Brookline's number 9 and scooped up by number 16. Number 16 now running with it. And he gets bulldozed by Weymouth right along the Weymouth bench. And it looks like we've got a penalty. Being called. This might be against Weymouth. Maybe the hit was too hard. Maybe the celebration of the hit too excessive. I'm not sure. Maybe someone said something? Hard to say. it looks like they're over there talking to the Weymouth coach to explain the penalty, and it looks like Brookline will be taking possession off of this one. So it looks like now we've got a timeout called. So after that stoppage for the refs to discuss things, we've now got a timeout. That'll provide us a little more stoppage. I think it's called by Brookline. We are in the third quarter of play here at Downs Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. The score currently Weymouth 10, Brookline 2. In what has been a relatively quiet third quarter in terms of scoring thus far. Weymouth came out really quick out of the gate. 2 quick goals by number 20, Stevenson. But since then, the two teams have been holding each other off. Some nice defensive play on both ends to force some turnovers. And since those 2 quick goals to open the quarter, it's been scoreless. First quarter, the two teams battled back and forth. It was actually Brookline who got the first goal. I believe it was number 22 who scored that first one. Weymouth responded with 3 quick unanswered goals, and although Brookline's number 12 scored another goal to make it a 1-goal game, Weymouth responded quickly with goal number 4 to make it 4-2 before the end of the period. And then the Weymouth defense clamped down as the offense continued to operate at around the same rate, and they outscored Brookline 4-0 in the second frame to go into halftime with an 8-2 lead. And then, of course, the 2 quick goals in the third quarter, and you've got the current score, Weymouth 10, Brookline 2. So coming out of the stoppage, Brookline with the possession. The pass over to 16 is battled by 23. 15 comes along swiftly, though, and takes away the loose ball. Number 15 has been showing a lot of valiant efforts today for Brookline as he fights against his defender, trying to find a way around and ultimately passing it to the back to number 4. Number 4 was looking for a pass, but nothing there. Goes back around, keeps surveying. A quick pass, a shot, missed by number 15, and that's going to go out of bounds. Looks like they're going to give the ball to Weymouth. Number 15 has taken a number of shots so far today, but he's had absolutely no luck on them thus far, including one tough shot that missed off the post. This pass goes along to Weymouth's number 23. Number 23 running with it. Defense causes a loose ball, but it's picked up by 20. Shot saved by 99, and now the loose ball is ultimately grabbed by 99. Number 99, the goalie for Brookline, has had a nice number of saves thus far today, although unfortunately his efforts don't show on the scoreboard as Weymouth now takes over after the turnover and they score quickly. It's number 20 again who represents all scores here in the third quarter as Weymouth responded to a rough turnover by the Warriors with a quick long pass, catching Brookline unawares. They've had a few plays like that where they just catch Brookline flat-footed, and then all of a sudden a guy is wide open in front of the net. So that makes the score 11-2 in favor of Weymouth, and Weymouth takes the face-off. That's number 22 running with it, goes for a shot, misses wide. Looks like Weymouth's going to keep it. Pass along the left side. That's number 19 sending it up top to number 8. Swung over to 22. Over to the corner to 20. Along the back end. And that was either a really hard shot from a weird angle or a really hard pass, but either way, Weymouth maintains possession. Number 20 still moving with it. Pass it along the back end. Now passed out. Number 8 swings it over to 19. 19. Still running with it. Goes around, shoots, and that one bounces wide. Lost out of bounds, and this time Weymouth's going to lose the ball. So the Brookline defense, a nice job not making it easy for Weymouth. And now the Warriors take over. Looks like a bit of confusion there as we got to wait for the whistle. This is Brookline's number 9 taking it out. Running with it along the far sideline, being pursued by his defender. He seemed to get away for a second, but then lost control of the ball. And now there's a bit of a scrum for it. We'll see who comes away with the ball. They're still scrumming for it, and ultimately it's picked up by Weymouth's number 1. Now number 1 running with it. Being pursued by the Brookline defense, and he loses the ball now. Well defended by Brookline. It's picked up by number 12, and now number 12 is running with it. Being chased by the Weymouth players. He gets pushed for a second, keeps his footing. Still keeping his footing and keeping the ball. A quick pass is lost and now fought for and won by Weymouth's number 26, who sends a long pass ahead to number 21. Number 21 now running with it. He loses track of the ball, but picks it back up. Tries to send a pass, it's deflected away. Picked up again by 21. He comes around the back, tries to send a pass towards the crease, and it's lost. And now being chased down by number 20. He picks it up. Crazy sequence thus far as this quick pass is now lost and lost out of bounds. Both teams struggling to hold on to the ball this quarter, and I think this quarter just came to an end. We are through 3 out of 4 quarters here at Downs Field in Brookline, Massachusetts, and the visiting Weymouth High Wildcats hold a significant 11-2 lead over the hosting Brookline High Warriors. All 3 goals in that period came from Weymouth's number 20, Michael Stevenson, who is having himself a pretty impressive game. And so with 1 quarter left to play, I will be taking a short mute break. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, live at Downs Field. Stay tuned. And we're just about ready to start the 4th quarter of play here at Downs Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. I'm Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, bringing you live coverage of this high school boys lacrosse game between the hosting Brookline High Warriors and the visiting Weymouth High Wildcats. The Wildcats running away with this one so far, leading Brookline by a score of 11-2. Brookline has been held off the scoreboard since they scored a pair of goals back in the first quarter. Back in the face-off circle, Brookline had some more success on the face-offs in the third quarter after some early struggles in the first half. And this first face-off is won by Weymouth. Number 22 running with it fast, takes a shot, saved by 99. Rebound taken by 21. The pass to 16 skips away from him, but he recovers. Being pursued by number 15, he passes it over to 18. 18 swings it over to 11 along the far sideline. Pass down to the corner to 20, and now swung over to 21, who sends it out of the back over to 16, up top to 18. Surveying, looking for best place to go. He passes it to 11, who then passes it down to 20. He passes it over to 21, who sends it out of the back over to 18, back up top to 11. Weymouth taking their time this possession. Now 11 running with it, trying to get around his man. He gets around one man, spins around another, shot, saved by 99, and he traps it. No chance for the rebound there. Nicely defended by the Brookline netminder, number 99. He passes it over to, I believe, 31, who loses the ball and is struggling to scoop it back up. But now he's got it. Now running with it, he floats it ahead for 15, and 15 now running with it. He's been pretty reliable in the transition game, as he gets Brookline all the way into the attack end. Number 15 still running with it. He tosses it back. I think that's number 1. Runs around one defender, gets a delayed penalty, and the shot is blocked. Rebound almost recovered a couple times by Brookline, almost recovered by Weymouth, and now recovered by 15. And now 15 once again dealing with that physicality from Weymouth as he fights his way through several defenders to keep his team in possession. Fights around a couple. Shot is saved by number 2. So the delayed penalty will now take action, and Brookline will maintain possession after a pair of shots by number 7 and number 15 don't result in any scores. Weymouth still leads Brookline 11-2 here in the fourth quarter. And it'll be number 4 who passes it back to number 7, up top to 23. He swings it over to the right side, over to number 11. 11 being pursued, and he sends it back to 23. 23 surveys, passes it to 7. Now over to the corner to 4. 4 trying to fake around. He's running along the back end. Ultimately decides to pass it to number 12. Number 12 sends it back out to 23. 23 thought about shooting, decided against it, starts to run with it. Defense backs off and lets him work as he passes it to the back. Now sent out of the back. Back up top, that's number 11, who juggles it for a second, lost it, but then picked it up and passed it over to 7. Now over to the back, I believe that's number 4. It is number 4. He is running with it. Sends a pass, and it's deflected. And it looks like Brookline's going to lose the ball on that one. The pass, though, is deflected and taken away by Brookline's number 12. A nice transition play there. And he sends a long pass over to 15. 15 sends a pass over to the back to number 11, who then swings it back to 12. 12, the nice defensive play there in transition as he passes it up top to 15. Now over to 7, who loses the ball for a second but recovers and then sends the pass away to, I believe, number 4, who then passes it to the back to number 11. Pass sent back out looking for 4, and it looks like Brookline's going to lose this one out of bounds. Ball is passed along. It gets to 26. Passed over to 33. They move the passes along. They get to the back to 21. Back out to 36. To the middle to number 7. Number 7 trying to push off a couple defenders. He's being doubled up and passes away to 36. Now sent over to the corner to 21. Pass down low to 20, and he gets the shot and scores again. Once again, Brookline over pursues the man with the ball. And they send a floating pass over to number 20, who has no one to beat but the goalie. And he wins again. Number 20, Stevenson, with all 4 of Weymouth's goals here in the second half. The Wildcats lead the Warriors 12-2. Face-off. Results in a whistle, and it looks like they're going to give the ball to Weymouth. Number 22 pushing that ball in his direction by sheer force there, as he now runs with it and takes a shot that skips wide. And it looks like possession is going to stay with Weymouth. Number 10 taking the ball for the Wildcats. He passes it along the back to 21. A pass over to 7, who then sends a pass. It's passed back out to 22, but juggled, recovered by 36. And now a loose ball still being fought for. It's picked up this time by 36 and passed back out to safety to number 22. Number 7 trying to apply a pick, but too far back to have any impact as this pass is swung over to 22. Sent behind the net to 10. 10 now running with it. Looking for his opening. He decides to pass back out to 22. 22 still holding it, being pursued by Brookline's 22. Gets around his man, starts to charge, breaks his way through, shoots, and misses. That might have gone off the post. And while normally I could credit a play like that to a nice save from 99, that time he looked completely unaware of the shot to begin with. Weymouth maintains possession. The pass goes into number 7. Number 7 trying to fight his way through. Ultimately passes it back out to 36. 36 fights his way around one defender. Almost loses the ball, but it's almost recovered by 12. But now there's a scrum for it. Almost picked up for a second by Brookline. They're still fighting for it. And it's ultimately picked up by Weymouth. That's number 36. And now he has the ball taken away from him. It's recovered by number 7. Weymouth still working in retreat all the way down to their back end. 13 picks it up and passes it to 26, who manages to get into space. Still running, shot off the bar. And some nice physicality to recover the loose ball by Brookline's 22 as he now runs with it. He's still going with it. He's got a bit of an opening, fakes out a defender, fires, and turned away by the keeper. Unlucky bounce that time. Some nice efforts from Brookline's number 22, one of the team's 2 goal scorers so far today, as Brookline turns the ball over. And it's picked up by Weymouth. They're running with it. This is number 23, who sends a quick pass. Going for the net, a quick pass to 21. How did he save that one? But the rebound is picked up. He saved it again! Covered up by number 99. all the saves he's had today, that one might be the best one, or the best two, as the case may be, as the ball is lost out of bounds, and it'll go back to Weymouth. Number 19 passes over to 22. 22 running with it, gets around a couple defenders, shoots, and an unlucky bounce goes high. Number 99 providing the pressure out of the net. 12-2 the score in favor of Weymouth here in the fourth quarter. Pass is sent out to number 19. 19 swings it over to 16. 16 sends the pass along the left wing over to 21. Back out to 16, looking for something. He swings it over to 19. 19 passes to the corner to 10. 10 running along behind the net. He's being pursued and the ball is taken away, but can Brookline hold on to it? No. Backup arrives, but the whistle is blown. Nice play on the defensive end by Brookline's number 9. As he takes the ball, passes it over to 99. 99 deciding to run with it. We've seen him do this once before. He slips and falls. It's picked up by Weymouth. Could this colossal mistake turn into a score? They pass it over to number 12. He takes the shot and scores. Disaster there for Brookline, as number 99, the goalie, was trying to run out with it. He slips and falls on the turf, loses the ball. It's picked up by Weymouth. They just barely managed to pass it forward to number 12, who manages to finish with the goalie in his face. 13-2, the score in favor of the Wildcats. As time runs out here on this game in the fourth quarter. Again, not a visible scoreboard from this distance, so I'm not sure how much time is left on the clock as we head back to the face-off circle. This face-off is won by Weymouth for a second, but then the loose ball is picked up by Brookline. This is number 24. Swings it over to number 12. Number 12 trying to fake out his man, trying to push his way through, but ultimately can't do it, and the ball is taken away by Weymouth's number 23. 23 running with it, gets around one defender, sends a long pass ahead to a wide open number 7. The ball is loose, he picks it up, throws it, and that's in the net. Weymouth's number 7 adds another late goal for the Wildcats as they extend their lead to 14-2. And so now we go back to the face-off circle. Battling for it. Still battling. Ball gets picked up by number 26. Quick pass to 7 again. This time it's saved by 99. Weymouth again showing that quick transition game, but this time turned away by the Warriors netminder. Weymouth keeps possession though. Number 36 passes it. Operating along the back corner was number 10, who passes it out to 26, sends it back out to 36, who swings it over to 11. 11 sends the pass. It's passed inside looking for number 7, but they hit traffic and the loose ball results in Brookline getting the ball. After the whistle, they give it to Brookline. Number 9 with it. He runs, spins around one defender, gets around another, trying to work the transition game here. He sends a pass right into the stick of a Weymouth player who runs with it, has it taken away, and now the ball is taken away again, but this time Picked up for a second by Brookline, but then picked up by Weymouth. That is number 11. Sends the quick pass ahead. Another quick pass, another shot, and this time it's in. And that's number 7 once again, finishing in front of the net for the Wildcats. A late scoring spree here for the visiting team, as the score is now 15-2. They've scored 3 quick goals here in the closing minutes of this contest. So we head back to the face-off circle. Weymouth leading Brookline 15-2. Scrum for the face-off. It's won by number 9 of Weymouth. He passes it over to 21. 21 running with it. Gets around his man. Starting to attack. Gets around another man. Shoots and he scores. Weymouth not letting up here at the end of this game. That makes it 16-2. Seems like just a couple minutes ago that Weymouth only had 4 goals for this entire second half, and now in this short span they have doubled that and have now scored 8 goals here in the second half. 16-2 is the score. And before we can get the face-off going, that is the final horn for this contest. The visiting Weymouth Wildcats come away with the convincing victory over the hosting Brookline Warriors. The final score, Weymouth 16, Brookline 2. So a rough outing for the Warriors. Few positive performances here and there. Number 99 had a number of nice saves. Number 15 did some nice work carrying the ball in transition and got a couple of nice shots off even if he had no luck on them. And I believe it was number 22 and number 12 who got the team's 2 goals today. So a few individual bright spots, but ultimately a tough matchup for the Warriors as Weymouth pulls away. Thanks no small part to some great scoring efforts from number 20, Michael Stevenson, who scored the team's first 4 goals of the second half as they pulled away into double figures. So before I wrap things up at Downs Field, once again, I'm Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. If you like my broadcasts, you want to stay up to date on which games and what times I am covering, you can follow me on social media at Facebook and Instagram. Links are in the description of this video. And if you want to support me financially, I am just doing this as an independent volunteer. But if you want to support me financially, then you can do so. I have a PayPal and a Venmo. Again, links in the description of the video. And so until next time, signing off here at Downs Field. Once again, the final score, Weymouth 16, Brookline 2. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you for watching and have a good rest of your Tuesday.